meme stream. Hello guys. I am doing a tier list. You probably know from the title, but I'm doing video game franchise tier list.
Wow! Wow, that's incredible!
Now, I'm not doing every single video game franchise. That'd take me forever. I'm doing just some that I know of, whether I like them or not. Okay, tier list. Alright, here's how it works. Okay, we got S, we got A, we got B, we got C, D, E, F, and absolutely freaking terrible. Without the frickin'. And I might put in some new ones as we go that I think about. Oh, I just thought of a new one. Alright, so we're doing this on Google Drawings. By the way, I don't have a script for this video at all, so this is all off my heart. I hit my right side of my chest when my heart is on this side of my chest, and I hit the mark to my mic. This is gonna be a great video. Now, right off the bat, we're gonna start with my boy Halo. Halo is a great friggin' franchise. It's a good franchise, but it's just been for the past while. If they stopped at Halo Reach and, you know, didn't make 4 and 5, this would be an easy S tier. But it's an A tier, no matter how much I love this game. It's A tier, not S tier. Alright, next one on the block, Call of Duty. It's one lower. There's no question about it. Alright, now I need to explain myself. If the Black Ops 4 microtransactions. Actually, if it stopped at after, you know, if it didn't have Advanced Warfare and those other new ones, and, you know, Infinite Warfare. Alright, next one, Super Smash Bros.
Don't let a single one get away!
Super Smash Bros. Oh, easy A. Easy A. Actually, yeah, no, A. It's not my favorite franchise, but it's only got one purpose. It doesn't really have a story. It's just a good fighting game. Alright, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Easy S. Easy freaking S. I just played Breath of the Wild, and literally, if you go into Metacritic, the #1 best game of all time is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, with a 99 out of 100. And Breath of the Wild is also in that top 10. I love Breath of the Wild. In fact, I've wasted maybe 5 weeks of my life playing that game. Next one, Assassin's Creed. If they just stopped making Assassin's Creeds after Black Flag, this would be an easy S tier. But then they made Unity, and then they made Syndicate, and then they made all those other trash ones. In fact, one moment, is in this area. They're just... I've played Unity and I've played Syndicate. Syndicate was actually, it was a pretty big game actually. It wasn't that bad. It was just extremely boring. There was way too much to do, and it didn't explain it very well at all, and I just was like, I don't have the time for this. I'd rather play a game that's more fun. Now, when it comes to Black Flag, from Assassin's Creed 1 all the way to Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 2 is a timeless classic. If it just didn't have Brotherhood. It's not S tier mostly because, you know, Brotherhood. And 3 was kind of boring. Other than that, all those other ones, freaking great. Alright, next one, Elder Scrolls. The only Elder Scrolls game I've played is Skyrim, so... Skyrim is an easy S game. It's one of the freaking best. But for what I've seen of the other games, I'm gonna just put it in B. And also, with games like Breath of the Wild out there, it being an S tier, I don't think it deserves to be on the same the same level as Breath of the Wild. Alright, Mario game. I know it's a great franchise, so I'm gonna put it as an easy A. Actually, I'm gonna put a B. Because they're pretty monotonous. Not really. The only thing that's kind of changed is graphics, nothing else, really. They've changed it to 3D platform, but that's about it. Alright, Pokemon franchise. Pokemon is easy A. Mostly because they don't need a change. I know it's kind of contradictory to Mario, but Mario is a thing that it's a platformer. But Pokemon, its formula works, and they do change things from every single game. But actually, I'm gonna put it at the same level as Mario. Actually, mostly because they've been really falling flat on their creativeness for the Pokemon. Like friggin' the ice cream cone Pokemon. Like, what the frig is that? Who thought of that? A kid, a little child did. That's it. All right, now. Next one is the Star Wars Battlefront games. Now, I separated these into two things. The new ones and the old ones. Now, Star Wars Battlefront 2, as it is now, is actually pretty as I've seen, is pretty freaking good. But when it comes to that, I'm counting both of them. Old, easy A tier. Easy freaking A tier. This one, it is E tier. Alright, NFL games. This is easy. They're terrible, should not be made, and should die in a hole. Alright, Destiny franchise. Unlike most people, I actually like the Destiny franchise. I had a whole bunch of fun playing it. In fact, it's probably one of my favorite games, actually. It's B tier. Okay, I guess that's a tier list. I thought it would be actually a lot longer than this. Maybe I can explain why I believe that they should be in this in much greater detail. Now, Legend of Zelda, why does it deserve to be in S tier? Basically, 95% of the games that are Legend of Zelda are in the top 100 in Metacritic. The top 50 are on Metacritic, as in all of them have an 80 or above, as in these games are the best of the best, and rarely ever do terrible. So there is no reason why it should not be in S tier. Now with Halo, if Halo 4 and 5 were much better, Halo would be an easy S tier, but it's not because of those games. Super Smash Bros. Really, it doesn't have a campaign. All it is for having fun with friends, no really other big thing. That's why it's A tier, not S tier. Like with Halo and Legend of Zelda, I have a bigger reason for playing these games. They're fun, and they have a story behind them, and I feel like I'm a different person because of them. Like, I would not be the same person I am now without Legend of Zelda or Halo. I don't think I'd be a different person without Super Smash, as much as a different person without Super Smash Bros. I'd definitely be a different person, but not as big with Halo and Zelda, even though Halo would actually with Super Smash Bros. Now, Assassin's Creed, 1 through 2 Black Flag. Now, this would be a 1 higher if Brotherhood wasn't in the mix. The reason is because Assassin's Creed 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Because it is a game about revenge, and it does it so well. It's a game where you are a man who has the best life he could ever have during the Renaissance. He is a great father, a great mother, wonderful siblings. What could be the problem with this? And then it all comes crumbling down when his brothers and his father are killed by execution. And basically throughout the game, you are Ezio trying his hardest to kill every single man who had any relation to the killing of your father and brothers.
Giovanni Auditore, you and your accomplices stand accused of the crime of treason. Have you any evidence to counter this charge?
Yes, the documents that were delivered to you last night.
I'm afraid I know nothing of these documents. In the absence of any compelling evidence to the contrary, I am bound to pronounce you guilty. You and your collaborators are hereby sentenced to death.
You are the traitor, Roberto, and one of them. You may take our lives this day, but we will have yours in return, I swear! We will! Father!
And then, when you finally get to the main person behind all of this, he doesn't kill him. Because Ezio realized that by doing this, it wasn't going to bring them back. He realized that what he had done was not right, and that by doing this, he would be the very thing that he swore to destroy. To him, all he saw was just a man that was on the ground, helpless, and nothing to do. And no way he could win.
I'm done. Nulla è reale. Tutto è lecito. Requiescat in pace.
That is why he did not kill him. And then, oh, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood comes out. Oh, wow, wow, oh, yeah, guess what? You know what you did in Assassin's Creed 2? Yeah, it doesn't matter. You should have killed him. You should have killed him. You should have killed him. Basically, it almost ruins Assassin's Creed 2's story. I used to love Brotherhood, and then I played Assassin's Creed 2 through the thing, got the story, I loved it, and then I played Brotherhood about a year ago, and I hated it. And there's also 3, which really the only problem with it is that people say it's boring. To me, it wasn't really, and well, a problem that I can see now is that Connor himself, he's not a really memorable character, and yeah, because he's pretty bland and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's why it's A tier. If those games were tons better, it'd be an easy S tier. It's just with Black Flag, it's a great pirate simulator. It's not really an Assassin's Creed game, but it is insanely fun. Now, when it comes to the new games and absolutely terrible, Unity, it just was broken. I didn't like the combat system at all when they changed it. It was just weird, and then Syndicate was just stupid, boring, and had too much content for a game that boring. And for what I've seen for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it doesn't look like an Assassin's Creed game. It looks like a game set in Roman times. It doesn't look like an Assassin's Creed game. Origins at least looked like one, and I think it was, I don't know, I haven't seen the story for it. I'm assuming it's about the origin of the assassins, since it's set in like ancient Egypt. Alright, and now we're coming to Star Wars Battlefront, the original. For this game, it's just really dear to my heart. I loved the games. I played it with my brother so many times, and it's just very dear to my heart, and nothing could replace it. Now, for the newer ones, I actually liked the first one a bit, but I just hated that there was just this pay lock under it for you allowing to play certain heroes, and then it took so many years for another game to come out, and it was worse than the one before it. It was worse than the old Battlefront 2. And then, EA, Battlefront 2 EA came out, and it was broken. It was pay to win and everything. And you can't come back from something like that. It's tainted forever to be known as a pay-to-win game, no matter how many updates they make to change it. Now, for Skyrim, the reason... Skyrim, yeah, it's the only Elder Scrolls game I've played. The reason why it's in B and not S is because I haven't played the other games, and I only know Skyrim. For what I've seen of graphics of the other games, and also for AI of Skyrim and Oblivion and those other games, and the overall look, they're not really good. The look's not really good, and really, yeah. That's why it's in B tier. For Mario, I haven't played too many Marios, and, well, they're just staying pretty monotonous. They haven't, done too many big changes since Mario Galaxy. I haven't seen anything about Odyssey, though. Now, for Destiny, the reason why it is because the way for this game to be good is through a paywall of a lot of money. Unless you wait quite a few years and get a collector's edition for the first one, and, or you still spend a lot of money for the second one. Which I'm ashamed to say I have. But Call of Duty, the older ones are dear to my heart. I really loved them, but the new ones, Black Ops 4 looked promising. I actually really wanted to buy it, and then the loot boxes that were added in, the microtransactions, and yeah, Black Ops 3 just looks terrible in my opinion, and they're making one every year. What's the point of buying a game when they're just gonna make a new one that you can't transfer your anything at all to the next one the next year, which kind of plays into the sports games. What's the point of them? Why would you play a sport through a video game? Just play the sport. I get it's kind of like you're watching sports, but you're also kind of playing them yourself in a way, like you're kind of choosing what's happening. But it's just, why? And also the amount of loot boxes and that these games are made every year with little to no changes. It's just, Minecraft is easy as tier. Mostly it's a game where you can literally do whatever you want, and that is all it needs. So yeah, that was my tier list of game franchises. I've been thinking of doing one where I go through the games in that very franchise itself, while putting a thing where my face is right here, or Outliers, the games in that franchise I've never played. There's a lot with Legend of Zelda, there's a lot with, a few with Assassin's Creed, and a lot with Mario, and some others, especially with Elder Scrolls. But yeah, that was my tier list of game franchises. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'm gonna snap it. I don't feel so good. Why are you still here? Shoo. Goodbye.